Yo, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Oh yeah, I need to go live on Twitch. I want to see if it works because the bitrate, I lowered the bitrate so low compared to what I can do on um YouTube. So I want to see if that. Yeah, that's what I figured. It was just the bitrate too high, but I'm still gonna push it. Push it to the limit. Limit. Okay. Not too high though. I'm not gonna go too high. It's at 8,000 right now, right? Like, what about 9? 9. Hey, that can't be too high, right? Right? Huh? I mean, knowing my luck, it's just gonna break it again. All right. I have a big old forehead. Start wearing my hat like this, covering my eyebrows. But so let me check first. Let me check and make sure everything's working before I start getting into it. Because knowing my luck, something's not working. Hmm. Thank you for the follow. You're amazing. Thank you. Okay. So that's working. The alerts are working at least. But is the chat working? Hey, if you want to chat and see if the Twitch chat is working, be amazing. I mean, you don't have to. Okay. That's working, no BS. I'm gonna test YouTube. YouTube. Okay. We are good. Good to go. So I was thinking check out some videos on YouTube. I've been reacting to a lot of Pegasus videos and stuff, and okay, I broke it again. I guess I'm just gonna keep it at what am I looking for? Oh yeah, 8,000. So I wonder, like, for Twitch, if I get affiliate and stuff, I can have a higher bit rate. Still, what's it? How is oh phone's about to die. How's YouTube looking? Put this on the charger. Okay, YouTube is looking fine. I just need to get Twitch working again. So even if I go to yeah, the okay. I know it has to be the bit rate because everything else is fine, and it's basically the same settings when I have it on its own encoder and stuff. And I don't know why I keep getting. Okay, whatever. Okay. See, I have no clue what I did. Now Twitch is like freaking out. Oh my gosh, Twitch is a pain in the ass. I don't know, like YouTube is better in some ways, but I feel like Twitch has way more features than YouTube. Way more plugins you can use. And this shit is just alright, so it's working on there now. I don't know what's going on here. Messing up. Cool. Okay. Man, I really. So you can't tell me. Okay, look. So I can't have it at 900. 900, it just fucks up everything, right? What about like this? 7,500. Right, that can't be too bad. What is that doing? I hope everyone is having a good day. Trying to. Okay, seems like everything's working fine, which I appreciate so much when everything falls in line. But I want to get into a few videos and play Mecha Break. Now I will say I did play Mecha Break last night by myself. I had to, like, it was late and I just realized the game launched. I was like, I have to play this game. So I played the beta, liked it a lot, and yeah, I just really wanted to play it, and you know, definitely gonna play it on stream once I remember what I was fucking doing. I just had like a complete. I'm gonna pause this. But I've been reacting to a lot of his videos. He's done. Look what just responded. Okay, I want to see this. I watched like a little bit of, I didn't watch the full video because you noticed on my channel, I just posted a video that I really wanted to talk about Ludwig because I like him. Say it again. I like Ludwig, but I feel like a lot of, okay, not a lot of them, but quite a few big streamers and YouTubers, it just do the dumbest shit. It's I don't get it. Like, you realize you're live, right? You have thousands of people that are watching you, and you say something or do something dumb, like encouraging one of your friends who's an alcoholic to drink. They're gonna see it, and they're gonna probably record it, clip it, and stuff. It's not going anywhere at that point. A lot of these people have been on the internet for a while, for a long time, been doing this for a while, and I don't get it. I'm figuring it's because of views for publicity. Sorry, dyslexic. Like, I, I don't get it. Like, cause there's a saying. Any publicity is good publicity. That's not true, though. That is not true. I don't know. So I guess let's watch this latest one and see what's going on.
Even God is watching. In today's video, King of all jellyfish, Ludwig, has responded to the mango situation. Hassan's audience is actually turning on him. Who would have thought? He's back crying about Asmongold again. Destiny has responded. Updates to the Emiru situation and the degenerate Hassan Gunnar mod who was harassing her. Ethan continues his never-ending beef with global rank #1 Hassan simp, Taylor Lorenz, and a bunch of more updates. Subscribe to unlock God tier content that's completely free, by the way. $0 for absolute cinema. And let's begin with the man whose very name conveniently starts with an L.
Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to More Pexis. Amazing channel. He is hilarious. And, he's just making videos on, I guess you could say drama, but news too. Like, a lot of the stuff probably people would know about. I know, like, from watching this Ludwig's videos, because I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, and the video he posted, right? Would never know how bad it was. I would have known he was encouraging Mango and stuff, because he just made it seem like it was his fault, Mango's fault this whole time. Like, it was. And yeah, he can't come back to his events and stuff because he messed up. He got too drunk. It was like, then actually watching the clips and stuff and, seeing how he was acting, talking about Ludwig, like, no, brother, it was your fault too. Like, that was your friend. Who's an alcoholic. I keep going on because I'm just fucking baffled by it.
Ludwig. So quick recap again, Ludwig invited his alcoholic friend Mango to his party. He cheered him on to drink to near fatal levels of alcohol.
Mango just blew a .32! Let's up those numbers!
Then he banned him from his events when he got backlash. Then he said he didn't feel guilty about it, and also said that Mango is a grown man responsible for his own actions, refusing to take any accountability. Well,
true. That's partially true. That is partially true. But the thing is, right? A lot of people don't have that kind of control and can be uh peer pressured into that kind of stuff. You know, I was that kind of alcoholic. You know, hype me up, call me name, call me a big pussy. Oh, you won't do this, you won't drink this, you won't take 15 shots to the head. And me, yeah, don't call me that, because I will do it. And I did do it, and then I had like emotional problems and stuff. Like I enough about me, but a lot of people can't control. It is partially on him, okay, but it's on you too, Ludwig. It's like you influenced him doing it. You could have been in there telling him, "Hey, don't do this," or at least if you, I don't know. I wouldn't say not even one drink. Don't drink. Tell everybody in there, hey, don't let Mango drink because he might get a little wild.
Well, turns out Ludwig has officially responded on his stream, and he starts by warning his chat about the drama heads, or basically people asking him to take accountability.
Chat, there are going to be a lot more drama heads today, okay? I won't lie about it. It is what it is. But in this world, we can only control the things we can control, and I can't control my reputation. I can't control the way people feel about me.
Okay, sorry to like pause it immediately, but what do you mean you can't control your reputation? What the heck does that mean? Oh, well, I guess it's up to the gods. Your actions define your reputation. The reason your reputation is taking a hit is because you egged on your friend to nearly drink himself to death. It's not that complicated. Then after this, he says he talked to Mango privately, and apparently Mango asked him to not talk about it publicly.
Now, I did talk to Mango, actually. I talked to Mango. He reached out. We talked a bit. And I have some thoughts and opinions that I thought about speaking, but he asked of me to not speak on it. And I think that's a fair request. He said, I want to take it on the chin. I think the drama is dying out. He's spending time with his kid. He started day one of not drinking yesterday, which is dope. And like, I think genuinely there's a perception of Mango that people have in their mind, but they don't actually care about him. I don't think they'll be in his stream when he's back.
What? Coming from the person who egged him on and let him drink that much to this man basically was to the levels where he had alcohol poisoning. This man can drink. Is that I'm impressed. I will say that I'm very impressed. But still, like, are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, Ludwig, you have to know better, right? Like, brother.
Back to streaming in a month or whenever it is.
Okay, again, just a complete non-argument here. I will admit, I don't actually watch Mango. I didn't even know this guy existed before this
didn't
drama.
either.
But does that mean I'm not allowed to care about the situation? Just because I don't watch him daily, does that mean I don't get to call out someone very popular on the internet that is very much part of the creator community for doing something really freaking bad? I mean, he used this exact same argument last time. Well, these drama frogs don't actually care about him. Bro, I don't have to personally know
Where's that video at? Because I'm pretty sure that's a shorter video he posted to his channel. And I mentioned this in my video. Like, did he delete this video? Like, I went through like 3 of his channels and I didn't see this video. I'm pretty sure I watched that video. Unless I'm crazy. Just let me know if I'm crazy. I may be crazy. All this may be be smashing together right now in my head. Like, I may have seen it somewhere else. I don't know, but I remember seeing a short video, something. It may have been a short, I guess. I don't know, but what's going on? Like, anyways, like what Pegasus said, like, he didn't really watch Mango. I didn't watch Mango, but I feel like I'm a caring person. I care about people, and that's wrong what Ludwig did. You know, yes, Mango, it's partially his fault too. Didn't know better, but I know how, my mom's the alcoholic. I was. So I got sent to the stinking nut house, right? My dad was an alcoholic and stuff. So I get it. It's hard and it doesn't help when your friends are encouraging you. It's hard and some people aren't that strong. I get that. And I care about people. I just care about, like, I don't know Mango that well, but it kind of sucks that all this happened. You know, he shouldn't have done what he did. Shouldn't have had friends that encouraged him. It just sucks, and it just sucks seeing a friend, a friend coming out making videos who's the way I'm pretty sure. Let me know if I'm wrong. Ludwig is a much bigger creator than Mango. I'm not sure. I can look that up right now. Let me look it up. Um, yeah. I just had like a fear, like brain fart. Um, is this him right here? Is this YouTube channel or something? No, this can't be him. Get out of here. Um, I don't. I'm trying to find, like, what is his thing? Oh, is that a? Hold on. Okay, so this him? This is him. Okay. Um. So, is YouTube? Does he not stream on Twitch? Okay, yes. Ludwig is way bigger. I don't know if this guy has, okay, his Twitch. So on YouTube, 158,000 subscribers on YouTube. What's going on with his Twitch? 500 and followers? Yeah. Ludwig is way bigger. So I don't know.
Someone or watch them to have an opinion about a situation that is very clear cut. In fact, spoiler alert, guys, 99% of the people I talk about, I don't actively watch them. You think I'm out here watching every 10-hour Hassan stream? Not gonna lie, sometimes I do gotta go through a couple hours just to expose him properly, make sure I get my facts right. That's the sacrifice I make for you guys, the unlimited torture I actually go through. But I think this is such a dumb argument. I'm not 32 years old like iDubbbz, but I did actually unlock empathy. And I can obviously feel for a guy whose entire life was essentially ruined by his friend, because his friend is a scumbag piece of shit who enabled his drinking addiction. Now, obviously, I'm glad that Mango is starting his non-drinking phase again, but I think he really needs to be surrounded by actual good people who care about him. And this situation has shown that Ludwig is a fake friend. No real friend does what he did and fuels their addiction like that. That is just absolutely disgusting. Then Ludwig brings up Tectone out of nowhere. This is the second time he's done this, by the way.
And like he was messaging me, he was like, Tectone followed me. Who the fuck is Tectone? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not a very genuine pursuit of the people who speak on Mango's behalf. And I know that because I speak to Mango, because I am still friends with him. And I banned him from my events because I felt I had to, because my girlfriend and my girlfriend's best friend Maya are in my room at 2 a.m. telling me that they felt really uncomfortable at my own event.
Yes, let's just, you know.
Speak the behalf on. What are you talking about, man? What the fuck are you talking about? You're not even giving everybody the full facts. Like, oh yeah, I encouraged everything. Like, what are you? Ludwig, I hate when creators do this, especially creators I like and I think are funny and stuff. Like, this sucks ass. Like, bro, I can't even defend you on this one at all. You know?
No, shift the blame. It wasn't me, guys. My hand was forced. I take no accountability at all. My girlfriend made me do it, actually. It was Anissa. It wasn't iDubbbz, guys. It was Anissa that made him do it. Dude, the people who are actually saying that this is starting to resemble Anissa and iDubbbz, you guys are diabolical, bro. Anyways, in my opinion, I think Ludwig should be banned from all parties ever. How about that? Honestly, Mango getting banned from Ludwig parties is actually doing him a favor. At least his friend won't encourage him to nearly neck himself. Then he talks about how people are asking him to take accountability.
I think a lot of people want me to take accountability. I think I said my piece on it. And I think if people don't fuck with me, that's totally chill. And if anyone in here don't fuck with me, I think that's totally chill. I actually don't mind that. I can't control that aspect. I don't need to be liked by people.
Lie. Like that thing said. My thing is, like, we want to like you. We just want you to take responsibility for your actions. Your actions was you encourage your friend to get fucking unbelievably drunk, and he did some stupid shit. Take the responsibility, you know.
But it is what it is.
I don't need to be liked by people, says Ludwig, by the way. The guy who literally, according to his god Hassan, mathematically crafts the least offensive take possible in any situation to appeal to the max amount of people.
This man is a fucking golden retriever. He is mathematically crafting takes that are the most kind, empathetic, and inoffensive you can possibly be.
Mango just blew a .25! Let's up those numbers!
But they don't actually care about him.
Ludwig, the guy who actually tries to be liked by as many people as humanly possible, is now saying, well, actually, I don't need to be liked by people, guys. Conveniently flip-flopping the one time where the internet is not on his side. Then Ludwig cooks up what I could only describe as a word salad.
I don't understand necessarily why Twitch banned Mango and not me. I don't even know if I necessarily agree with it. I think it'd be fine if Twitch banned me. But I'm not Twitch. I'm not going to personally ban myself. I don't think it's my responsibility. I think my responsibility is to just like fucking keep trudging through life because the world keeps spinning and it doesn't stop.
The world keeps spinning, guys. That is my that's my defense to this situation. You see, the reason I'm not taking accountability or, you know, admitting any fault in the situation at all is because you see the world is spinning. You see the earth is rotating about its axis. The revolution of the heavenly bodies, the Coriolis effect, black holes, the expansion of the universe. Yes, I hope that explains it, guys. Also, I just love how he admits that, okay, since Twitch is not punishing him, which they refuse to, if you think Twitch actually enforces its TOS properly, you're completely mistaken. If you watch the saga, which I highly doubt he is, because it's completely destroying his best friend Hassan. But yeah, he's basically saying, it's not my job to take any accountability. Twitch should actually do it for me. Twitch, who refuses to ban the literal open terrorist supporter. Twitch, who refuses to ban people literally putting bounties on other people, saying they want to kill them. He says he's not going to punish himself himself because, you know, that would be absurd. That would require me acting on some sense of personal morality, which is just impossible. Are you kidding me? They don't call me Jellywig for nothing. You know, I don't
Jellywig.
normally do this, but I'm going to dox Ludwig's exact address. Jellyfish Fields. Bro actually resides in Jellyfish Fields. If Ludwig did a DNA test, he would come back 99.99% jellyfish. If you pricked Ludwig with a needle, he would not bleed red like the rest of us humans. He would bleed purple because he's a jellyfish. Ay, 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 ay. Then Ludwig talks about drama channels, and he's pretty much talking about me here.
And I actually genuinely have no ill will towards any drama channel who makes videos. Like, I think it is a hustle. It is a career that they have made. They speak on any drama for 20 minutes and they move on. I think the actual care about the things they talk about factor.
I would say Pegasus doesn't. Pegasus is the GOAT. Like, oh my god, like, you see how many videos. Go to his channel. Go to Pegasus' channel and he's gonna be on your ass, you fuck up.
Is very small, but like, that's fine. You know, it's like, it's a hustle. I don't f with any of them in the sense that I don't watch them. When I'm in bed, I watch 3 things, okay? I watch Northern Lion streams, I watch One Piece, the anime, and I watch the Dodgers baseball team. That's pretty much it. It's not my main pursuit, but I understand drama pays the bills quite well. You make a video 20 minutes every day about some shit you can talk about, get a couple 100,000 views. That's an easy life. That's a good life.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is directed at me. I don't actually know who else is making 20-minute videos a day. It's actually 30 now, Ludwig, get it right. But all of the other channels, like Tactone posts like 5 videos a day. They're doing like other stuff. They're doing like streams. Asmon does the same thing. So this can only really be referencing me. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but are we the biggest drama slob channel in the world right now? We might actually be the biggest in the world, ignoring the React streamers, of course. They're huge. But like purely drama. Let's go, fellas. But yeah, Ludwig's point is really dumb there. That's like saying, well, you know, Moist Critical has made 9,000 videos. He obviously doesn't care about anything. He just finds another thing to talk about every day, just for the hustle, just for the grind, just for some extra dollars. When in reality, the people who make these videos oftentimes do care about a lot of things. I mean, I think it's pretty hard to fake the amount of.
And that's what I'm starting to do, like, because there's a lot of things I care about and I should be talking about, but a lot of times I just ignore it because I do watch a lot of these content creators and I see them do stupid shit and I see what's going on, and I just haven't been saying anything. And, you know, I'm gonna start speaking up because, you know, if it comes to other content creators, games developers and stuff, I care about a lot of this stuff. A lot of times I just don't speak out and speak up on it. That's changing. Okay, you're gonna get my raw opinion, and yes, I am gonna get some things wrong. This is the nature of the beast. Okay, I am gonna say some ignorant shit, some dumb shit, because I can't watch every single thing and look at every single post everybody makes. I just can't do it. I'm human, okay? To let you know that. Not a robot, not AI here.
Of like passion I put into my videos as well. And also, like, even if you look at Moist Critical, there's an initiative going on right now called Stop Killing Games, and that's something that a lot of people are very passionate about.
Yep.
Critical just made a video about it, and I think it's really stupid to dismiss what somebody talks about just because they make other drama videos or whatever. Yes, I don't you know, personally care about you or anyone I don't know, but I do like calling out bullshit when I see it, and I like talking about these things, so I'm just gonna keep doing that.
I mean, I don't personally care. I care about everyone. I don't want to see anyone get hurt or be taken advantage of. I don't care if I know you, don't know you at all. Like, I care about people at the end of the day. I really do. Like, if I had the funds, what's the word I'm looking for? If I could help people out, I would, you know? That's all. I think everybody, you know, deserves, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Empathy? Empathy. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah. Now let's keep watching the video.
And I just find it interesting how in his entire response, he avoids any of the points I make. He literally avoids addressing any of the things I said, any of the criticism levied by the internet, and instead tries to make the most general sort of condescending response. Well, these drama channels don't actually care. They're just trying to make a quick buck. Also, him saying he never watches drama channels. I don't know. I might have to call cap on that. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you cannot have a channel like Mogul Mail, which was a commentary channel for a long time. You cannot be in that space and not keep track of other drama. That is simply not possible, because in order to do your job, you would have to be watching other creators, you would have to be following the trends on the internet, and you know, he did quit the channel, so maybe he stopped, but I'm just saying, it's very hard to not look at drama completely if you're in the streamer space. Anyways, then he talks about why he's actually not responding, why he hasn't like made a Mogul Mail video responding.
So you know, I can't blame the hustle. I understand why they do it. And I thought about like maybe I should make a Mogul Mail and address it all and talk about it. And then I was like, well, who am I doing this for? Ultimately, I'm doing it to change the opinion that other people have of me, as opposed to doing what I think is actually more important, which is just, you know, going through life, attempting to be better in different arenas. It doesn't matter if people think I'm doing better. It matters if I think I'm doing better and the people around me think I'm doing better. I don't need to change people's minds.
Well, if you want to do better, you gotta admit your faults, okay? First of all, like this acting like you did nothing wrong. That's not the way to go about it. Just come out, be like, yeah, I messed up. Like, yes, people are gonna hate you. People hate you right now. I don't hate you. I'm very disappointed in you, young man, okay? Very disappointed. Don't hate you or anything. But you need to come out and like admit like you did something wrong and you're sorry. You won't do it again. You're not gonna encourage people to do something that they shouldn't be doing. All right.
And whatnot. That is like a purely selfish endeavor to be viewed upon more favorably. But who cares about being viewed upon more favorably? We all get buried under the dirt at the end of the day, and I think we should just do our best to help the people around us as we go through our life.
We all just get buried under the dirt, guys. We all just return to the dead. Why care about anything in life, actually? We're all going to die. What a complete non-response. Oh my god. Also, he says, who cares about being viewed more favorably? You do, Ludwig. You literally do that. If history is any indication, you are literally known as the premium fence sitter on your Mogul Mail channel. And you know, I'm not even saying that's necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, in general, you want people to like you. But the thing is, you don't want to bend or change your true opinions or bend or change your personal morals in order to appeal to people. Which is why, at least like 99% of the time, I try to actually say what I think so that I come off as more authentic. Because otherwise, I just wouldn't enjoy what I do. Now, I do agree that it is more important to take accountability in your personal life and actually change for the better and not just put it on a show for the internet. But I also think that when you're a public creator of a big size, such as yourself, you kind of owe it to the fans and owe it to the people that watch you some sort of an explanation of why the creator they like did something so horrible and then is just refusing to take any accountability. I mean, I'm not forcing him to say anything. Obviously, if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to, but then don't be surprised when you get a lot of hate and when a lot of your fans start turning on you. Because people will just assume the worst. Well, okay, I guess Ludwig is just a piece of shit then.
Also, I see a lot of people online defending me. I'm getting hella shit online, but I think that's chill. Like, you know, that's ultimately the right of people on the internet, regardless whether it's based in truth or not. It is our privilege as people to think what we want. And I personally am always under the belief that there's no real value outside of my own ego in trying to control the reputation I have amongst others. So I would hope you guys similarly don't ever feel pressure to like fuck get in the trenches.
Regardless of if it's based on truth or not. Basically saying, yeah, guys, I didn't actually do anything wrong. People are just hating on me based on lies. Brother, oh my god, absolutely anything but taking accountability, bro. It's crazy. Then he finally addresses why people are mad at him, but then sort of dances around it in classic Ludwig fashion.
Why are they mad at me? I think it's legitimate criticism for, like, you know, clips that are embarrassing on hindsight of Burial, mixed with people just not f***ing with me because I've gotten into different internet beefs throughout history. And then also just...
No, what? Brother, come on, man. What are you doing? I don't know, man. He's killing me right now. He's killing me. Oh, let's keep watching.
It's the ever hungry drama cycle of people wanting to talk about something. So it's probably a mixture. I mean, I don't think it's any individual thing, but like that's also what it is sometimes being a creator. It's the inevitability.
Okay, clips that are embarrassing is putting it lightly. Mr. Johann Liebert, Mr. Mango just blew a .32, Mr. Let's get those numbers up. Like, embarrassing is different from straight up dangerously negligent. But he is right, this is like a culmination of factors. It obviously doesn't help his case that he happens to be a Hamas Diddy Piker Glazer, a good old Hassan Piker dick rider. That's just not a good thing to have on your resume. But yeah, again, that's like things that you chose to do.
So it's like, okay, if that's the case, if there's no action you can take, why are you trying to take action to change the mind of people who aren't ever going to have their mind change anyway? I think you should just try to do what you think's right in the moment, and that's about all.
I mean, there's literally an action you can take that everyone has been yelling at you to do. Take accountability. Say that, okay, I was wrong to encourage my alcoholic friend to continue drinking. I was wrong to invite him, knowing he'd probably get drunk. I was wrong the way I handled the event. You know, I'm ashamed that, you know, I could have lost my friend due to potentially my own actions. I'm ashamed I wasn't a good friend that day. I mean, I've made like 3 separate apologies for this guy, and like I should take your place at this point. But instead of taking accountability, you just continue to play defense like you're Virgil van Dijk. Absolutely jelly jam behavior. Actually, I shouldn't have to justify myself to random viewers. They don't actually care about the situation. I'm just gonna be a better person myself in private where conveniently nobody can see. Also, I can't believe you're talking about the situation when the world is spinning, guys. The revolutions are happening. Black holes are blowing up or some shit. I don't know. 0.30 BAC is life-threatening. That's near coma or death territory. Encouraging more drinking at that level shows a gross disregard for life, especially if done knowingly. Bottom line, if harm followed that behavior, it could absolutely lead to serious criminal charges. Courts take this stuff very seriously, especially when there's proof of awareness and encouragement at lethal BAC levels. I mean, that shit looks...
Yep. It wasn't good that he drunk that much, but Ludwig is... Hey. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Let's get those numbers higher. Oh.
Looks pretty bad. Now, obviously, thank the heavens, nothing actually happened to Mango or anybody else. But now I hope it's more clear why people are so disappointed and why it is absolutely insane to not take a shred of responsibility for this. Also, I just wanted to show you what happens when somebody mentions Tectone in his chat.
And if anyone in here don't fuck with me, I think that's totally chill. I actually don't mind that.
Bro, somebody said Tectone GOAT and it got deleted in 1 second. That is some legendary level of moderation. Ludwig, maybe lend your buddy Hassan some of those moderators so he can actually prevent some of that open terrorist support taking place in his chat. Oh wait, he actually doesn't give a shit about that and he's never gonna ban that shit because he loves it. Anyways, XQC responded.
When the thing happened, nobody does anything. It was oh wow, this is kind of crazy. Whatever. Then they wait for the internet reaction. They go, oh, everybody's saying this is really bad. And then they go, guys, this is so bad. I will not stand for this. Where were you when it happened, buddy? Where were you when it actually mattered? Nobody ever does anything when it actually matters. And if you're the one who does it, people will turn on you and say, dude, you're burning your bridges. You're being weird. Dude, you're making something out of nothing.
Damn. SQC's on it like that? Bro! Bro, XQC has sense. He has fucking common sense. Mind blown. I am fucking mind blown, brother.
Nothing. Do you? But if the internet said it's bad afterwards, then jump on it, bro. It's fucking weird. I am so tired of this shit. It's I've had enough of this shit.
To happen, there's some degree of accountability there.
Yeah, they were drunk. It's not an excuse. Okay, there's always some people that are either tipsy or normal or day or whatever. Everybody sees it, bro. I could be fucking absolutely zoned the fuck out, GG, and I feel like I can still see things at least somewhat clearly when it goes up. Bro, no way that nobody there. Just stop. No shot.
Okay, for the 3 people that actually understood what he said, I think what he was saying is that, you know, other people at that party should have seen what was happening and, you know, stopped the situation. At least that's my guess. This guy speaks in like ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. XQC actually having some semi-decent takes. What an interesting turn of events. You don't need to be liked by people, buddy. That's literally your job, actually. In order to sustain a career in the streaming space, you need people to like you. Sounds like he's just dodging the accusation by saying Mango doesn't want to talk about the drama anymore. Jellyfish Ludwig! I'm just saying, check his DNA. Well, Mango, how about a drink? Ludwig Liebert, no way! The Johann Liebert is actually catching on, there's no way. Oh my god, we got a Naruto quote. Those who break the rules of scum, but those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. Kakashi the goat. Kakashi's the goat, you gotta listen to Kakashi, bro. Shout out to my Naruto fans, bro. Sensitive Society is like the #1 Naruto fan, go say hi to him. Archaeologists in the future finding Ludwig's body and wondering where the spine is. Mango has a lawsuit. Ludwig knowingly pressured a known alcoholic. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen though. Anyways, let's move on to Hamas Diddy Piker. Apparently his audience.
All right, I'm gonna call it there. I may watch this other half of the video talking about Hassan and stuff, but I'm gonna leave that somewhere else for right now. If you want me to pick it up later, let me know in the comments, okay? You gotta talk to me, people. You gotta talk to me and go to the Discord, and I let you know every time I go live and post a video on YouTube. So yeah, all right. I'll see y'all next time, ladies and gentlemen. Peace. Oh, yeah, before I go, give this man a like, subscribe to him. Don't give him a like. And I'm going to leave, if you want to watch the rest of the video for yourself, I'm going to leave a link in the chat. And there you go, Twitch. And there you go, YouTube. All right, links right there. Go watch the video, subscribe to the man, and yeah. Okay, I was watching Game Rings. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, has anybody talked about Pirate Software? Have they made like any detailed videos or anything talking about this man? So Bellier made some a video on it. I like Bellier, but can we find another content creator we can put a spotlight on? What if I just type in stop killing games? See what pops up. Failures video. Destiny posted a video on it. Yeah, I watched this video already. Josh Stripe Hayes on the Pirate Software and so this was 3 days ago. Let's watch this. This one was 3 days ago. Oh, that's 30 minutes though. Oh, that is Josh Stripe Hayes. I don't want to watch something like that's super long. Okay, let me pause this real quick. Um, I guess all these videos are like going into real detail. I guess we can watch Josh. When did he make his video? Be up to date? 3 days ago. Fuck it. Fuck it. I like Josh Stripe Hayes, so let's go for it.
But today we're going to play Book. And I'll tell you why we're going to play Book. It's because Twitch... This is a smoothie, by the way. I'm being really healthy. It's because Twitch just doesn't seem to like people playing video games.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. He's fighting back. The dark truth about pirate software and stop killing games. Okay. Okay, this sounds interesting. Let's go. What do you got for us? I actually like this guy. I'm not very good at pronouncing names, but right there. I'll make it bigger if you can't see it. I'm not subscribed to him. I'm pretty sure I watched his video before. Let's watch it. We're subscribed and like his video.
The movement to stop studios from destroying games and taking them offline has reached another fever point. And now Pirate Software is getting called out for lying yet again. And besides this, there's plenty more to go over. But I have to tackle some false info first before I get into the meat of this video, so please allow me to explain this because it is important. And then we'll get into how the truth of what pirate software demands needs to be called out and stopped before it's too late. Firstly, to catch you up fast, Stop Killing Games is an initiative to create a law to ensure that publishers cannot just take games offline and essentially remove your ability to play games that you have paid for. The movement is growing.
Yeah.
As seen here, as of this video going live, the movement has achieved 72% of its signatures, but yup, it still needs more.
All right, let's see where they're at right now, actually. Just want to check and see where they're at. What? Okay. We go to my video. I have the link to it. One. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, we have this right here and this one. So if I'm reading signatures, total signatures, they're at 906,000. 906,000 signatures. Then we have this right here. They've already blew past this. This is what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Can't do anything.
So if you're a European user, you can sign this. I'll leave a link in the description for you to do so. If you're not European, I'm sorry, but you can't.
Okay, wait, hold on. So he has a link in his description too, so the link's not working. This is what you get with the link. What's going on? Okay, we need to update on this.
Can't sign this. However, you can share this link with your European friends or mutuals if possible. So like I said, Pirate Software has been getting his reputation beaten into the pavement by pretty much everybody lately. Mostly because the guy was single-handedly blamed for destroying Stop Killing Games as an initiative when he originally reacted to the movement almost a year ago in this video here on screen. And since then, the Stop Killing Games initiative has limped on until recently, where it's come back with a fiery vengeance, and that's putting it lightly. Pirate Software has attempted to claim that he's not the bad guy, but unfortunately his actions in past are coming to bite him more often than not.
Yeah.
Then recently, a user spoke out on how they were banned from Heartbound Steam Forum, which if you don't know, Heartbound is the game that Pirate Software has been working on for years and it's still not finished. Heartbound isn't very unique either. It's literally just an Undertale ripoff in pretty much every single way, even down to how the combat works as well. Which really doesn't surprise me that the guy who thinks he's a god among men just made a carbon copy of something else instead. Also, the game has almost been in development for something like 10 years if you can believe it, and it still isn't finished.
No
regardless.
way.
A user claimed that Pirate's game...
No way. 10 years? No, not not Pirate Software's game. No, no way. 10 years. Much got it wrong. All this right here, I'm guessing this is the game. Not 10 years, 10 months. Okay, because you know he knows everything. He's got the best people on this. 10 years is it's not it. They got
Game
that all wrong.
Hardbound uses DRM in a single player game, and DRM, or digital rights management, is a system used to control how users access copyrighted digital content. Essentially, it's anti-piracy software. And like I said, Pirate Software, whose name is ironic given the circumstances, is now being accused of implementing it into his game. However, as you can see, this post from the initial user that blew up eventually edited their Reddit post claiming that they were wrong to accuse Pirate Software of banning them because they were wrong, and admitted to pushing false information as facts. So, this user clearly got too hung up on trying to attack Pirate Software that they admitted that they falsified information in order to dogpile onto him. And this is why it's important to ensure that you have something here before you say something. And unfortunately, and this is why I'm bringing this up, I have seen other content creators recently pushing this review that this user made on Hardbound as proof. But again, I have to reiterate, it's not true, and technically by saying what this user claimed about Hardbound as fact is technically just defamation pretty much, so please be careful with that. Although this doesn't change the fact that Pirate Software does indeed still support the idea of you'll own nothing and be happy narrative, because that's clearly what he's pushing. Okay, let's get into the real video now, because Pirate, in case you don't know, used to work in Blizzard. What he did there exactly, no one really knows. But his dad was a big shot at the company, which 100% means that Pirate was probably a nepotism hire. And they probably just had him in like an office debugging nothing just to keep him busy while, actual devs made video games. But Blizzard, of course, is notorious for being very anti-player and pro you will own nothing and be happy pretty much these days.
Yeah.
So it's really no wonder why this stop killing games thing continues to gain traction as time passes on. For an example, The Crew as a franchise was a big reason why Stop Killing Games began in the first place. As seen here in an update in April 2025, Ubisoft confirms even still that buying their games does not mean that you technically own them, but that you simply bought a license to play their games that can be revoked at any given time, hence why this movement is happening. As Windows Central, which ran this article, said by reciting another website, which is Polygon by the way, which discovered this line from Ubisoft's lawsuit about digital ownership, which reads, Ubisoft allegedly misled purchasers of its video game The Crew into believing they were purchasing unfettered ownership rights in the game, rather than a limited license to access the game, but the reality is that consumers received the benefit of their bargain and were explicitly notified at the time of purchase that they were purchasing a license. So, this whole fiasco began because players quickly realized that places like Ubisoft, as stated here in that same Windows Central article, did revoke their right to play The Crew once it was shut down in 2024 after first being released in 2014. But the extra dagger in the rib was where users discovered again, as seen here, that The Crew absolutely did 100% have code in it that would have allowed the game to be played offline in a single player mode state. The point of this video is to prove that not only are places—
Damn, I didn't even know that. So the code was already there. So like I made some arguments about like how like they can even let fans make servers and people can play on that if they want to, but yeah, if the code, or they can make code where you can just play the game single player without being online. Oh my gosh, not developers, but these publishers killing me. Jeez, alright, but keep watching.
Places like Ubisoft or people like Pirate Software who are being called out, and rightfully so, time and again, but that the reason why this movement is so important is because they refuse to admit when they're wrong, and they instead want to continue pushing this false narrative only because it benefits them specifically. But as Ubisoft states here as well, even if you own a physical copy of their games, you still don't own that game regardless. All you actually own is a worthless disc that's sitting in a plastic box, and they can, will, and have already stripped the ownership of a game from players regardless if they bought it digitally or physically. It really doesn't matter. So why Pirate Software continues to defend this practice is kind of beyond me, because it is so clearly anti-consumer. But he does come from a background of privilege and nepotism, so it's not surprising why he too believes in similar concepts. Thankfully though, bigger creators are also throwing their support in as well, like Jacksepticeye.
I'm not gonna say that's the reason why, okay? Because who knows really why he's saying and doing this stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
Is seen here has publicly advocated for his viewers as well to sign the petition, which is great to see. Then none other than also PewDiePie came in via his post on his YouTube channel to also officially support Stop Killing Games as well, which reads, "In the comments, I've seen some of you mention Stop Killing Games, and I want to say I 100% support this movement. It ties in perfectly with what I talked about in my video, ownership over software and the games we buy. Again, I really don't get the sentiment of why anyone would be against the preservation and accessibility of video games. As I said, the only reason that you would be against it is because you have something to gain from the current meta of how things are being done currently. However, I do hope people do their research, because again, what that one user did on Steam, here's their post by the way, was not only debunked, but because of their lack of due diligence, they have now actually harmed Stop Killing Games as a movement by pushing this disinformation.
I don't think they harmed
I
it that
hope
much.
people understand that you can't push false info like that, because all it'll do is strengthen your opposition and really just ruin your integrity. But that being said, I also want to get into, further with the thing with Pirate Software, all the things going on there. So like I said, Pirate got called out like crazy. Things went very poorly, and now he has deleted a rant that he has caused more backlash because of it. So this happened during Pirate's big response to the backlash, which has since not helped at all and only made things far worse. Thankfully though, I have it, and this is Pirate responding to Accursed Farms, that's the content creator who started Stop Killing Games, so let's read it as it says. "I put out 2 videos disagreeing with your initiative 10 months ago and haven't talked about it since. Now your initiative has failed and you're blaming me for 33 minutes of the hour-long video covering it. Your community is out in force, crapping up our streams and socials with hate messages, threats, and snide comments. Since you're so set on cutting up my response into pieces to try to make them seem unhinged, I'm going to drop my videos here to show the actual context. There was also a massive pinned FAQ on the first video you could read through to see my reasoning. To quote back to you, if you're going to hate me, at least hate me for what I'm actually saying. I'm fine talking to people that are level-headed about this and can have a conversation, but to be real, dude, every time you've been involved, your orbiters turn things toxic instantly and it sets me off. Your community is effing rabid and it's crap to deal with for anyone on the other side of the argument. Why do you think I haven't talked about this crap in 10 months? Why do you think we auto-mute anyone bringing it up in chat because it's been rage bait and crap flinging the entire time? Your own Reddit had people openly talking about causing drama in our community to try to stir up more support. Pirate then ends his rant with, I still disagree with your movement for all of the reasons I stated. That's unlikely to change, and at this point, I am more than fine with that. So like I said, following backlash, Pirate went ahead and deleted this comment from his public response to Stop Killing Games, because he is now accusing people of attacking his community for his comment.
So why did he delete it? I wonder, like, if he really does know, he probably does, that he's in the wrong. He misinterpreted everything, misinformed a lot of people, but his ego, I've came across people like this, right? Just have an ego, can't admit when they're wrong. He is wrong about this. He is. But anyways, let's get back to the video. You want me to do that?
Comments on the movement. And if you ask me, that's really not how this works. I think what Pirate wants more than anything else right now is for this backlash to end, because this is pretty much career-ending level backlash if I've ever seen it. It's the sort of controversy where no, his channel won't be deleted. However, in the online space, your integrity matters. And if you're being called out like this and your response is just, actually, I'm still right, yeah, you're gonna get attacked for it. Again, I'm not making that up. He actually ended his now deleted rant by saying, I still disagree with your movement and will not change my opinion, which is honestly crazy considering how everyone but him supports it because it makes sense.
Yeah, that's basically him saying, I'm right. I'm not going to change my opinion. So you better move on. That is wild. And like, wow, I can't even concentrate because it's killing me. It is killing me. I don't know. I was going to say something, but I'm having a brain fart. All this drama and stuff. Oh, he's talking about all the backlash. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, this ain't the only thing. You know, you have to think about a couple months ago with the World of Warcraft situation. So you have that. Now you have this. It's a lot of shit that's getting piled on to you, you know? Just saying, it's a lot. A lot of hate.
Pirate simply doesn't want to accept his future because he believes it goes against his tenet as a game developer when it doesn't. But this just keeps proving to me anyways that despite being shown time and again with examples that Pirate Software genuinely refuses to budge simply because to admit he's wrong is worse. Anyways, that despite being shown the game developer when it doesn't want to accept his future because he believes it goes against his tenet as a game developer when it doesn't. But
it doesn't. Oh my God, like how can you say that when a lot of developers are supporting the movement and stuff? Like you can see in what's in this video, a lot of developers are behind this because they want their games to stay alive. They want their games to be played. You know, they spend years on these games. Then a publisher can just come in, shut everything down, and have no one play these games anymore. That sucks. That's like having a piece of artwork, right? You work so hard on it. This is so beautiful, almost realistic. Work so hard on it, right? Then someone like you have it up in an art show or something, and the art director or whatever comes in and this says nope or something. Maybe that's a bad example, but you know, people work hard on these games and stuff, and the developers want us to keep playing it. Now, like, with the whole movement, we don't expect them to support these games. No, we don't. We don't suspect that at all. At the end of the day, we just want to keep playing them. I'm just saying, like, how I just don't get how, like, I hope that's not his thought because it doesn't make any sense. I don't know, man. Killing me.
But this just keeps proving to me anyways that despite being shown time and again with examples that Pirate Software genuinely refuses to budge simply because to admit he's wrong is worse than death for him. Although, this is also the same guy who got involved in a viral World of Warcraft hardcore incident where he basically doomed his own teammates to fail and then tried to gaslight his viewers into believing that he was not to blame for the incident. And then it was proven that in fact when Pirate Software claimed he would discover who pulled the enemy that killed the team.
You know what I did before this? I worked at Blizzard Entertainment.
Okay, well at one point when he and his teammates were streaming and got themselves in a dangerous situation, most of the team tried helping each other survive, while Thor, you know, the guy constantly boasting his hitherto undreamt of skills, ran away and said there was nothing he could do.
Pirate, why are you walking, bro?
What are you talking about? Why am I walking? Look at my mana.
Savage, but come on, man.
Do you see my mana?
He was caught lying about his resources, actively wasting them while running away, so he could then claim that there was nothing he could do.
You have that kind of a mistake again. I'm disbanding the party. I'm gonna go run with other people because you guys cannot do that. God damn it, guys. So one of you hold the ocular. Why? Now half the raid is dead. Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna go back in the video and find out who pulled that damn thing and kick him out of the raid. That is insane shit.
Which ended up being none other than Pirate Software himself who made the mistake.
You have to be better than that. And we just lost all of those materials.
Yeah, how dare you attack the Ocular, you stupid, dumb, moron.
Thor pulled in a clip? Link.
Oh wait, what's that? He was the guy who wrongly attacked the Ocular? Making it his fault everyone died? Gee, I wonder how he's gonna apologize for being so toxic to his supportive viewer base for no reason whatsoever.
I'm not at fault there. I'm correct there for doing that. 100%. That is not on me.
Suddenly,
What? What are you? Oh my God, he's that bad? He's that bad? Oh. I don't know if I want to keep talking about this anymore. Like, brother, you did it, and you. Oh my God, what is going on? Like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
now it was magically no longer a problem because nobody else is allowed to make mistakes in his presence, and if they do, I guess they should be banned for it. But if Pirate makes a mistake, oh, then it's fine. It's totally genuine and barely even an issue at all. Love the double standard there. I think what this controversy has exposed more than anything is that some people are simply just hell-bent on ensuring they are somehow the greatest, and they will really stop at nothing even if it means blocking people, lying outright, and more to make others believe them.
That is not on me.
You can't claim that the backlash towards you is unwarranted
That is
and
not
then
on
use
me.
evidence of you crying about it and not think that the internet won't find it somehow. He's just passive aggressive, and honestly, it's more pathetic than anything.
I'm gonna go back in the video and find out who pulled that damn thing and kick him out of the raid. That is insane. That is not on me.
Like following that World of Warcraft crash out where he doomed his own teammates, he released a super lengthy response as to why he was actually not at fault, despite being in fact at fault. And then as one user said in the comments, just take the L, it's not that hard, and Pirate says, hope this was worth it for you. As if stating the obvious that Pirate was in the wrong is somehow morally bad to do so. And that by stating this, you have now lost the respect and support, I guess, of Pirate Software in the future. Like, this guy literally thinks he's like as smart as Reed Richards or Tony Stark or something when he's just a Nepo baby with the biggest chip on his shoulder.
So one of you pulled the Ocular. Why? Now half the raid is dead. That is not on me.
Then again, this is also the same guy who said this, and this claim is ridiculous.
So with that in mind, that community brought me this and tried to get me to sign it. And I don't want to. Number one, I can't because I don't live in Europe. But number two, I wouldn't sign it even if I could. And I'm going to kind of go through this and try to explain the reasoning as to why that would be the case. The reason why I have a problem with Stop Killing Games is specifically it starts the wrong conversation. If we're trying to kill off the practice of developers putting together a live service game, pitching it as a single player experience, and then taking away support in the future, this ain't it.
He's making me mad. I'm not gonna lie. He's making me mad. He's making me mad. He's making me mad. Every time I hear it, I think it gets to me more and more. That's not what it's about, but let's keep watching the fucking video. All right.
Under its own description, it says, this initiative calls to require publishers that sell or license video games to consumers in the European Union or related features and assets sold for video games they operate to leave said video games in a functional playable state. Specifically, the initiative seeks to prevent the remote disabling of video games by the publishers before providing reasonable means to continue functioning of said video games without the involvement from the side of the publisher. This isn't always possible in all video games, and it doesn't call out the specific practice that this is supposedly trying to defeat. It is incredibly vague and will damage all live service games.
Pirate claims
not
this
about
initiative
live service
would harm
games.
all games, but it wouldn't. The simple truth is that Pirate Software refuses to admit when he's wrong. and doesn't want the power of games to be in the hands of the people who play and enjoy them. Instead, he wants
the ones who pay for them. 60, 70, 80, $100. We should own what we pay for, what we spend our hard-earned money on. Like, what the fuck is... I can't do it. He's killed me. He's killing me. Damn it. Okay. I'm done. I'm okay. I'm okay. Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm okay.
to keep the power at the top where he considers himself to be a part of that club, and that the rest of us to be seen as peasants that exist below someone like him that we must depend on in order to thrive and enjoy games from. But not only is that wrong, it's disingenuous and frankly kind of pathetic to view games in this manner, especially when so many people have already pushed back against Pirate, telling him that these issues that he claims can't be fixed have already been fixed a long time ago. And that instead, this is a man who's unwilling to budge in his opinions and his mistakes because he values his ego and image above really anything else. And if the industry or players must suffer in order for this mirage, if you will, to stay operational, then so be it in his eyes. But then Pirate says you have to re-architect the entire game to make it single player. Listen to this.
You'd have to re-architect the
this.
entire game. The game is what is called client server. So in client server models, there's a server and there's a client, and all of the math, all of the game, everything happens on the server. The client just displays it. And the reason we want to do it that way,
from one dev to another, you act the... Hold on. Let me move my... But we learned, right? We learned at the beginning of this video that, like, in the crew, they had the code in there where you could play single player, where you could play offline, already in there. All they had to do is go in there and fix it all up and activate it and do whatever, and they could have just played it offline by themselves. So we already know they can do that. The code was in the game. So I just don't get it. It's probably not that I'm not a developer or coder or anything like that, but I imagine probably not that hard, you know, to activate something like that where you don't have to be online to play the game. I could be wrong. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how I'm a fucking dumbass, I guess. Cause, you know, I'm just your average guy. I don't know a lot.
is so that you can't teleport around and do a billion damage. You don't trust the client. You trust the server. The client just displays what it's told, right? So if we wanted to re-architect this, we'd have to take all of that server logic, push it back out into the client, and somehow make that playable in a multiplayer-only video game. That doesn't make sense to me.
But that's not true, and he knows it. Like I showed earlier, the crew was confirmed to be able to be a single-player game. It just wasn't, because Ubisoft simply didn't want it to be that way. And that's what it comes down ultimately, which is that Pirate knows what he claims can be fixed, but he just doesn't want it to happen. And that's kind of dangerous to me. He even talks about the crew. Listen to this.
Right. So why did this start in the first place? What is the specific cases they've called out that are egregious? And they have one. It's the crew. So action on the crew. The video game The Crew, published by Ubisoft, was recently destroyed for all players and had a player base of at least 12 million people. Due to the game's size and France's strong consumer protection laws, this represents one of the best opportunities to hold a publisher accountable for this action. If we're successful in charges being pressed against Ubisoft, this can have a ripple effect on the video games industry to prevent publishers from destroying more games. First off, I don't like the idea in this that it has a player base of 12 million people. That is not how long-running games work. There is a large number of people that buy the game, and that player base slowly dwindles off until nobody is playing it anymore.
True.
If there's any cost associated with keeping the game online, which this was an online video game, then eventually it costs more to keep it online than it does
offline
to
mode.
keep running it. When they do,
And see, he has to be doing this on purpose because, you know, he may have read it right, but he may have interpreted it wrong. You know, he may have oh, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean? Wrong the first time, but his ego won't let him say, "Oh yeah, my bad. I misread it. Got it wrong the first time. My bad." This is his ego won't let him do it.
We should be calling out that specific company, not all companies.
The
No.
fact he says that we should not call out all companies, but only the few that do it is wrong too. Because these days,
Yeah.
it's not just one company that's delisting or controlling how players operate or access their games. Pirate, my dude, it's all of them. For God's sakes, go look at Nintendo right now, for example. Recently, a user on Reddit revealed, and this is from Games Radar, Switch 2 permabans are so permanent that not even Nintendo itself can overturn them, as one user named Twink Link discovered to their horror. So, some context, I know, as the user themselves said via Reddit, I let everyone in my family use my Nintendo Switch 2 system, and as a result, my sister uses it. Her username was recently changed to Twink Link and console ban. I am fully prevented from accessing any Nintendo services at all on the system. I'm unable to contact support as they're too busy with complaints right now, but this has been incredibly stressful. We were all so excited to be playing.
Can I be honest? I kind of like that name. I kind of like that name. That name is, I know what it means. It's funny. You know, it's a funny name, and it's on a fucking game console. Wow. Just let people name themselves whatever they want to name themselves. It's good. It was funny. God damn it, Nintendo. You always got to be doing some outrageous stuff.
Breath of the Wild again. They then stated here afterwards that it wasn't their sister naming themselves Twink Link, which still sounds like a ridiculous joke, but to say out loud, but that the system itself was actually flagged by accident. And I bring this up for a really simple reason, which is why in the hell can an entire console be banned like this by accident, no less, and that's just considered normal these days? That these sorts of insane things happen because of what opinions people like Pirate and others in the industry are.
Okay, so it's by accident. Good, because I say that name out loud. It's funny. Good.
Allowing to happen. By supporting what he believes to be true, the whole "you'll own nothing and that's fine, stop complaining" narrative, it doesn't just stop at The Crew or whatever other game. No, it keeps going. And that this Stop Killing Games initiative is not just because someone wants to play a FIFA game offline, it's because game publishers, these companies, and yes, even their yes men like Pirate, refuse to allow freedom in the future when it comes to games as a medium. So you're telling me that back in the day when you bought a Super Nintendo with like Super Mario World, you owned both of those. Nobody could take your ownership from that unless they, stole it obviously from you physically. But now I don't own the games I buy, but not only that, I also don't own the console I bought either. So in a sense, I'm paying these prices to what exactly? Rent both the system and the games on it, and people like Pirate just think this is okay, that this is now the meta? The dark truth is simple here, which is that Pirate is completely fine with you, the user, not owning literally anything anymore. And the fact that he's gone to such lengths to sabotage or downright ruin such a movement for simply saying, hey, can we own the things we buy like anything else, is kind of insane to me. Pirate Software wants you to own nothing, and if you ever question him or his beliefs, his motives, or even his games, you're just a wrong thinker plebeian who needs to, I guess, sit down, shut up, and keep your mouth and wallet open so no owning nothing future can continue, I guess. While Pirate may be okay with that, I certainly am not. This is more than just one game. It's the entire medium. And I need people to understand that this initiative has to succeed, otherwise this current meta where your games can be taken from you without consent, and even your consoles or your user profiles can be terminated or turn actual physical machines that you own into literally nothing but glorified paperweights, that needs to end. That the industry has swung the pendulum so far to the other side that we're now reaching this weird dictatorship levels of nonsense. Pirate Software may have deleted his post thinking that I wouldn't find it, but I'm glad I still did, because we all know now what kind of man this guy is, and it saddens me that he truly thinks it's better if we own nothing and just accept that the people at the top will always have ultimate power over you as a player, and that if you question it, you're the enemy and not them. That's an insane truth to discover, but a truth found all the same. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for being here.
Good video. Good video. Because I didn't know he said all that. Give this man, subscribe to this man. Give the man a like. And YouTube, Twitch live. I'm going to put this in the chat. So go to his channel. Show him some love. All right, there we go. Yeah. Pretty good video. Wild, man. Wow. I'm just a wow boy. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I hope everyone has a good day. And yeah. Peace. All right. I think that's enough of reacting. Who cares about that? Let's get into some Mecha break. I'm there. Let me change all this first. Mecha break. I really do like this game. Now, I've never played with the Armored Core. I want to, but yeah. One reason I don't have the money for that. I might get it when I can afford it. When I can afford it. So, what the fuck am I selling? Okay, break. I do really like this game though. I like mechs. I'm a big mech fan. Really cool. So let's hop into it. Now, I don't know how this is going to perform. Yesterday, when I was playing offline, it was performing fine, I would say. It was fine. But we got to see what's going on now since, you know, I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. Still vaping. It's like nothing in here. It sucks being addicted to nicotine and vape. I have a fuse. I'm pretty sure I showed you this on stream already. Got a fume. It's kind of hard. Maybe I need to get a different flavor. I have the spring mint ice. This is the flavor that came with it. Bad. So I'm trying to unlock this, but you have to have like, I have it for like 7 days. They have a free trial for it. I forgot how this all works. I think it's here. No. Oh, this must be for like the. Yeah. In trial. So it costs X versus 15,000 of these things. I don't know. Yeah. You have to play the game to actually unlock this. This looks bad. I like this one too. Okay, so this is distraction mode. I've never played the distraction mode before. We're gonna see how this turns out. Hopefully I can come out on top and get some stuff out. We'll see. Oh, found a match.
Stellaris, ready to strike. Pilot proceeding on board.
I'm ready. Maybe. I don't have any long range,
Injecting coaxium particles.
but I can go invis.
Mind bridge initiated.
Eliminate Thea's Vanguard forces in various strongholds. Neutralizing enemies yields weapons or supplies.
I'm ready.
Proceed to an extraction point once it's ready.
Stellaris! Let's rip him a new one!
Eliminate enemies in each area. Earn mission points.
Does there have a map?
Action points and obtain
Oh
supplies.
yeah, map is pretty nice size. Oh god.
Fire gun right. Insufficient engine output. Energy low. Full size. Insufficient engine output. Engine output. Insufficient engine output.
Okay, I find it.
Full size. Activated.
I find it.
From multiple sides.
Find it.
Optical camo activated. Insufficient.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. Okay.
Sufficient engine output.
Maybe I should get out of here.
Optical camo activated.
Okay, I got something.
Optical camo deactivated. Energy low. Insufficient engine output. Energy low. Energy low. Optical camo deactivated. Unavailable. Energy low. Fire from left.
Oh my god.
Energy low. Insufficient engine output.
I have a gun now? Wait. Okay. Wait, what is this? Oh, did I just destroy that? My bad. So cute. Oh, okay. Okay. So good, I have long range. Damn. Okay. I don't know if I should be destroying this stuff, but I'm going to. Just because it had a health bar. Oh shit.
Optical camo activated. Weapon not ready.
I think that was just a bot, right?
Optical camo deactivated.
All right, so all air support. Is there a safe place to call this air support?
Stabilizing.
F.
Stabilizing.
I don't know what I'm doing right now at all, but oh, okay. Oh, okay, you put stuff in here. Okay. So I'm guessing those drilling rig. Okay. So none of the extraction points are open yet. What I'm guessing. So let's go to this red thing, I guess. Can I just go over this? I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Extractor dismantling failed. Core pulse storm incoming.
Alright, so somewhere over here.
Stabilizing.
Oh my god, what the
Optical camo activated. Weapon not ready. Optical camo deactivated.
my god, what the?
Weapon not ready. Camo deactivated. Insufficient ammo. Insufficient engine output.
You know I'm pushing it.
Stabilizing.
All right. Yeah. I got it.
Optical camo activated.
All right. I think that's a distraction point over there.
Camo deactivated.
Oh god. Oh my gosh. Can we get... I really don't want to go into that storm.
Stabilizing.
I really don't think we should go in that storm, so can we go over? Yeah, there it is. That's where we want to be.
Energy low.
About a little less than 2 minutes. Somebody fighting over here?
Optical camo activated. Insufficient engine output.
Not ready. Okay, so it's saying it's not ready. Alright. I guess we sit here for a second. Oh well, yeah. About 40 something seconds. I like this a lot. See, this is what, like, it has a solo mode. Like, I'm willing to play a distraction game. Something like this, as long as it has a solo mode. You know I'm not the only one. Let me know in the comments if you're the same way. Like, with Marathon, willing to play that, but now they're gonna add a solo mode, but at first they didn't want to. It's like, bro, come on. I don't have anybody to play with right now. I don't want to play with randoms. Oh shit. Okay, what's going on?
Extraction point A is ready. Mission
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got out with quite a bit of stuff. I really like this. This is fun. Next. Dang! Wait, mission token? Wait. 1,400? This is from what? Is that what I just got? It is. Oh my god. Okay. If you want to see me play this game more, I really do enjoy this game. This game's amazing so far. Now, I think on Steam, it has like a mix rating, which I could see. It's not for everybody, and it probably a lot of features that like other games have that this game doesn't have. Then monetization's probably bad. I haven't really looked at that. Like for the, mech I'm playing with, I couldn't see like any like you couldn't purchase it with real money. You have to like play the game to actually unlock it that I've seen. So there might be other things about the game, but what I've played, like the gameplay and everything, it's really fun. Okay, it's amazing. If you want to see me play more in like the other game mode, like the versus mode, let me know in the comments. But anyways, if you want, leave this video a like, subscribe, bring that bell for more videos, and like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Okay, peace. All right, everyone. I know I've been on for okay, not even that long, only for like an hour, so I'm gonna call it there. I know it's short. I know, but I have to start making my stream shorter so I can. So confused right now. But I have to start making my stream shorter so I can work on videos and stuff and work on shorts. I can start getting myself more out there. I appreciate everyone that comes by and stuff. You're amazing. Who, come by, gives me a follow. I love that so much. I appreciate it. You don't understand. I really do appreciate it so much. But, I would say today is a very short stream. Usually I'll probably go more 2 to 3 hours, call it there, so I can work on videos. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. Please have a good night. And every time I get off stream, or I like to say, while I'm gone, please don't do anything crazy. Okay, and I'll see you next time. Peace.